Okay, hello guys. I wanted to tell you guys about a rapture dream I had. It's been 10 days. It was the 21st of July. I'm really nervous about doing it. So first I'm going to say that as soon as I woke up, I just heard this gentle voice that said, tell people. Like I'm supposed to go tell. Like it wasn't just tell people, but it was like go and tell. And so I'd made comments on some videos about the dream I had, like in some rapture video dreams I had seen, and videos, and just different watchmen. But it's just been on me to make a video about it. I've made videos before. I'm always nervous because I don't really know how to edit. This is my phone video, and I just do it, and then you get what you get, right? So all of my videos is this way. Mostly on my stuff though, I share other people's rapture stuff. I've had dreams and visions since I was a child. My first time was when I was 4. And I've had mostly I've had dreams of like the tribulation, and like not tribulations, but you know, those last 7 years. It really the last 3.5, basically, I guess. I guess I want to be perfect on the timing stuff, but like the really bad stuff, which I plan to make some more videos. I feel like it's been on me to make videos of the dreams and stuff that I have. And I'll probably also make a video about my testimony and what brought me to the Lord, but also some things that kind of, you know, surrounded my being saved, and even shortly after, things that happened that seemed as if the enemy was just after me from day one. But but over the last, I had a vision last year of the rapture 1 year ago, a few days before my mom passed away. That was in July, and then July this year, I have the dream. I had a dream of the rapture a couple years ago as well. I was in the same place as this dream I had, but it was a little different. So I'll probably make a video of that as well. And then I've had 2 dreams of the wedding, and they're beautiful. So I'm going to make a few of those videos too. So hopefully over the next few days, I will have several videos out about those things, because I feel like the Lord just has it on my heart to like, I just feel like he's pushing me to like put them out there. Because until the last handful of years, really my dreams have either been or visions, my dreams or visions, depending what it was in a time in my life, was either directly meant for me, or it was about the time of the end, like beyond the rapture. I do believe that. I guess it's not really important, you know, what one believes about the rapture or not. But when timing wise, I guess it's not a salvation issue. I think it's important, but I don't think it's the salvation issue, and probably not something I should get into in this video. I think in other video I've made, gotten into that. So, but the dream that I had, and I'm already 4 minutes in rambling. So I'm a rambler. We'll warn you about that now. Because again, I'm just myself. So, and it's a phone video. So you're just going to get what I am, right? And I'm sipping coffee. So you might get a sip or two. I'm going to go ahead and do that since we're talking about it. But so what happened was this dream, it started off with me driving down a back road, a country road, and it was a road that took me to my mother's house. And obviously she passed away a year ago, but I still go there and I still do things and stuff like that. But I was going there, and my husband and my cousin was with me in the car, and we're driving, and it was daylight, like it was the middle of the day. I just knew it was the middle of the day. It didn't look like the middle of the day. The sky was dark, as if it was, it felt like sunset, right? You know, we were just turning into night. But I didn't see that happen. It was just dark. But it felt like we had just transitioned from day to night. But I knew that it was, you know, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, I don't know, which is, even in the winter, it's daylight where I am at that time. So anyway, so we're driving down the road, and this car, it's a white car, and it flies past us, and my cousin and my husband was like, what, this seems like, you know, they're dangerous, and, you know, just giving the car the business. And I thought, oh, look, it's a Monte Carlo. And my cousin was like, no, it's not a Monte Carlo, it's a, and I can't remember what he said it was. And it's funny because I was just telling somebody this dream the other day, and I felt like I knew what it was called. But it was special and beautiful. It was like the car was whatever it was, or whatever it was important that I recognized it. And it was important that I heard the name of the car. Like, it was something special and beautiful. It wasn't like, it was out of place for certain. But I don't know what it meant or anything like that. I don't know what it represented. And so, yeah, I can't remember. I'll probably remember when I'm done with this. But, and so, but they crashed. So the car hit something and it rolled, and we had pulled into the end of my mother's driveway. And I said, let's stop here, as if we weren't going to stop there anyway, because it seemed as if we were already going that way, or maybe it was just because I was in a familiar area on the road to my mother's house. So we pulled in at the end of her drive, and I said, we got to check on these people, right? We have to check on them and see what's up. So we were checking on them, and they were fine. One was in the back seat looking up, and the other was in the front seat looking over at the person in the back seat. And I'm like, they're fine. Well, when I did, I looked up at the sky, and I saw 2 moons. And they were both around about the same size, which was a normal size moon, but they were red. They were red, 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 red. So, what was normally gray on the moon was red. So it wasn't like just a red round dot. And the one on the right started getting smaller, and the one on the left stayed the same size. And I'm saying, look at that. I can't believe there's two red moons. And my cousin's like, where? And I'm pointing at it. And I'm like, it's right there. Like, you don't see that? And then... and I just thought of something I want to say, and I'll say that in a second. But then, so we get the 2 moons. This one's getting smaller. This one's here still. It's about the same size. Well, right in front of this one comes another moon, and it's huge. Like, I mean, it looks like it's basically sitting on top of the earth. But I see this smaller moon go behind it, and this other moon, and it's kind of like they all 3 lined up. Like the bigger, medium-sized, smaller moon was all kind of lined up. And I'm trying to get my camera out to take pictures. And I'm like, because if I don't take pictures, nobody's going to believe this anyway. So I'm trying to take pictures, but the pictures weren't very good. So I turned on the video. And then when I did, I looked over to the left. And when I did, I saw a horse. It's a red horse. And it was kind of like the outline of a horse, but it was more like a stenciled. So it had lines, like detailed lines, like for the face and the jawline and the eye and all of that, but it was real thick lines, but and it was just there. It wasn't moving, it wasn't doing anything, it was just there. And a voice asked me, not because the voice wanted to know, it was the Lord. I've heard this voice before, waking and sleeping, but wasn't asking me to because they wanted to know. He was asking me so that I would take notice. And so he says, what sky is that in? What sky is the horse in? And I said, it's in the eastern sky. And I don't know why I needed to take notice of that. And then when that happened, I'm like, I knew the whole time, like from the time I saw the moons, that we were going to be raptured. Like I knew as soon as I saw the 2 moons, this is it. And we're going to be raptured right now. Like it's going to happen right now, like in minutes right now. Not like now, like I always say, it's now, it's now. I'm always doing that. It's now. Like it's now. We're in the end times. It's not far away. It's not years and months and decades and centuries away. It's now. When I say I knew I was getting raptured right now, I knew it was like right now in this moment. As soon as I saw those 2 moons. And so after I saw this horse and I was asked, what sky is it in? And I acknowledged and said the eastern sky. Then I felt like this magnet was like pulling me up. Like there was this force. It was almost like my soul was being pulled out of my body, but it never left my body. Like I had a body, but my body was like all light. Right before that happened, I'm looking at the sky and I'm seeing the moon and I'm acknowledging the horses in there. And I saw a light coming from behind me on my right side coming up toward me. It was a very bright, beautiful light. It was coming toward me, and I wanted to turn to see what it was and where it was coming from. But before I was able to do that, this started happening with like my soul. It just felt like it was being pulled out. And so, and my arms and my legs was kind of just hanging behind me, and I was looking up at the sky, and I could feel it, and it felt like almost like when you're going to fall asleep and you're falling, you feel like you're falling right before you go to sleep and you catch yourself. It felt like that, but I never try to catch myself. But it was going up instead of down. It almost kind of felt like heart palpitations, like one huge heart palpitation in my whole body. It felt like it was being pulled, like I said, with a magnet. It's all of those things at the same time. I wasn't scared at all about what was happening. I knew what was happening, so I wasn't scared, and I know where I'm going. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, so I was definitely not scared. And I had these thoughts of people that I love. Their names were just like kind of going through, like this person and this person and this person. And I wanted to ask, like, are they coming? Like these thoughts were coming through my mind, but my heart was like, are they going to be there? Are they coming? And look, here's the thing. I love people with all my heart. Sibling, my sisters, my husband, my friends, my nieces, my nephews, family, people I love very much. There's nobody that if the Lord said you want to stay because of them, like are you picking them? I'm gonna be like, see ya. I'm going to be with my Lord. And it's not because I don't love them, but it's because I've told them, and ultimately it's up to them to believe. It's up to them, in their heart. And if their heart, if their heart seeks after things of this world, I can't fix that, right? I can't do anything about that. But I was a little nervous to ask, almost as if, kind of like I was Lot leaving Sodom, right? Like, don't look back. Like, don't even ask about them, right? Just stay focused. Trust God. If they be there, they'll be there. If they won't, they won't. But right now, it's me and the Lord, and I'm going there. So it was kind of like that. I knew that my husband and my cousin could see me being raptured up. I don't know if they went, but I knew they could see me. And when I come to the realization, like, you know what, I'm not asking, like, so what? If they're there, they're there. If they're not, they're not. I realized I still had my phone in my hand while I was videoing, and I was like, I don't need this anymore. And I just dropped it. And right when I did, I felt me being pulled up, and I woke up. And it was like 4:25. And as soon as I woke up, I just kind of put my hand on my chest, and I was just sitting there. And for some reason, my husband woke up. And like, he was almost like he was already wide awake. And he said, "You okay?" And I was like, "I just had a rapture dream." And of course he's like, "Oh, okay." You know, because I mean, he believes that we're all going to be raptured, but maybe in 20 years or 30 years or 10. He not now. It's not now for him. But I was so like, so I'd say 90 to 95% of my dreams, I know I'm dreaming in the dream. Like, I know that I'm dreaming, and I will attempt to alter the dream. So if I'm dreaming that I'm running into a lake, like, I will alter it by slamming on the brakes or getting out, or like, most of my dreams, I know I'm dreaming while I'm dreaming. I had no clue this was a dream. The whole time, I had no clue that it was a dream. When I woke up, I was just disappointed. I was just like, oh, it wasn't real. Like, I'm still here. Like, I don't know. I was just really upset about it. So, there's just a couple things I wanted to say. Is one, I've always believed that we'll know, like, even days away when we will be raptured. I always think of, anytime I think of the rapture, I try to think of a situation when a woman is pregnant and is going to be given birth, because it's referenced many times in the end times, and we see things happening much quicker. And so one thing I do think about, I've always believed this for some time, that, you know, when a woman's ready to go, like, you can see it, right? Like, we can see what season we're in. And even the husband and even the wife knows, like, it's any time, like, it's going to happen. Like, she's waddling, like, you can see, like, looking at her, she's going to pop in it. Like, she's ready. What happens when we know that happened, when that's ready? There's a backpack at the door. We've got a car seat in the car, right? We've got emergency numbers on fridges. We've got everything we need, and it's in order. Nobody's sleeping. Okay, nobody's sleeping in the house. Pregnant mom, like, coughs, and dad is like, yeah, what? You okay? Is it? Are we going? Like, is it? No. It's okay. We're going. No matter what, we're up. We're attentive. Is that it? Is that going in? And nobody's getting a good night's sleep. At every sound, we're there. And I think that when we get close, and when we're days away, I think we're going to be like that. And I think our spirit's just going to be. I just believe that, right? So, but something else. So I looked into there's a lot of dreams with two moons. Some red, some blue, some regular, right? Always some bigger than others, some shorter. There's a lot of different varieties, but the fact that there's two moons. And so I see a lot of comments. So when I put my comments, so I knew right away that I needed to tell somebody about this dream. And so I put it in comments of different videos and things like that. I even shared it in text message with people that I know. But I got some responses from, and even in other dreams, because I was looking at other dreams with moons, okay? And even in them, they're saying, well, it's a moon, so like it's a moon cycle, so it's like 3 months or 2 months, or those moons in the sky represent, you know, nights, like 1 night, 2 night, 3 night, whatever it is. And so depending on the different ones, there was different, but it was all about the moon representing time. Okay, but comments and things that folks said about that. But something I noticed, and many of the dreams with moons, was that when somebody said they saw the 2 moons in the sky, they instantly knew the rapture was coming now. Like, this one guy said that he just started, like, going around saying, Jesus is coming, like, the rapture's about to happen, like, the rapture's happening, like, it's happening now, like. And then this other person was like, I just knew, like, I knew as soon as I saw it, I was about to be raptured, and I was raptured. And so many of them say, I knew. And one thing was me too, was when I saw it, I knew. Like in my spirit, I knew I'm about to be raptured right now. I knew I wasn't walking up the driveway to my mom's. I wasn't getting back in my car. There wasn't time for none of that. I was about to be raptured now. There was no more time to warn anybody. And so I'm not claiming that it's thus saith the Lord or anything else. It could be times, could be moons, could be cycles. I don't really know. But what I do know is that I think that there's going to be a literal sign in the sky. Maybe it be 2 moons. We have 2 moons in August. So this could be it. But I think there's, in the moment of our rapture, something's going to happen in the sky. And we're going to look up and we're going to know it's now. We're being raptured now. I believe that. Especially after watching so many videos, and they was like, when I saw this thing in the sky, even other folks that had other things they saw in the sky, they knew. I literally just got done watching a video. It just came up on my thing, and that's why I was like, I got to go make this video. And she basically had the same dream. She looked out, there was a red horse in the sky. She said she knew right then that she was going to be raptured. And then she felt her body being pulled up and her arms, like, it was insane. It was basically the same dream I had, but she'd had it 2 years ago. She just posted it 2 weeks ago because she said that she just felt like the Holy Spirit was saying, you need to post this, right? So I'm sorry I made it a little bit long. I do have a video about my vision about the rapture. I have it on TikTok, but I also have it on here. It was like 11 months ago. And I mean, basically, I was going up in the sky and bombs were coming down. And I was awake. So it felt like a 3 or 4 minute vision. But my niece said that I was there on the bed like 45 minutes. And I just sat down on the edge of the bed, like to sit back, and it only felt like a few minutes. But basically, I mean, there's some details I saw, like an eagle blowing a horn and a lion blowing a horn and angels flying back and forth. And there was DNA strands going up. I seen an airplane go by and I saw a rocket. And when I looked, I said, oh, it's a rocket. But then I seen it going down. I was like, it's not a rocket, it's a bomb. And it was hitting the coast, like New York, Florida, like not really in the center, but the whole coast of the United States. And I don't know if they were, what kind they were, but that's what it was. So, yeah, but I do have that. But I am going to do I'm going to put out a handful of videos of some visions and some dreams that I've had regarding the end times, like from the time I've started this. And I'm also going to do a video with my testimony as well, and try to get through that. But I'll do that hopefully over the next few days. But I had to get this video out. It's just it's been popping up too many times, and Lord's saying, do it, do it, do it, do it. So here you go. This is it. That was my dream. All right, guys. Have a good night.